Archangel Michael says, "Congratulations, very good news is happening for you in next 3 hours. Don't make the mistake of ignoring this. If you skip this, you will cry so much. Open immediately. My beloved child, do not scroll because in the next 3 hours a door you thought was sealed will hear your name and click open, and I have been sent to prepare you so that when it swings you are standing in front of it with your hands ready to receive, not searching for the handle in the dark. Listen closely and breathe because your name has been discussed with honor and mercy, and the goodness that is coming needs a heart that is awake and a spirit that is expecting rain, not thunder. Stay with me until the end and I will show you exactly how to meet what is coming with courage and with calm. First, let me tell you what I have seen because I was there when the pages turned and I heard the whisper that carried your story forward by a chapter. I saw the heaviness that has been sitting on your chest like a stone, getting lifted by hands you could not see, and I watched the path in front of you sweep clean as if a wind had finally found courage to move the dust. I saw a message forming with your name in the subject line, and I watched a phone number glow that has not lit up in too long, and I saw a door that was measured and denied finally measure you again and call you a perfect fit. In the courts of heaven there was a conversation about you, and it ended with 2 words that everything on earth understands even if the mouth cannot say them out loud. Approve now. I am not here to shout fear at you because fear is a broken instrument that never plays a true note. I am here to tune your inner music so that when favor knocks your home is not silent. You have asked for a sign and for a time, and now heaven has given both, fee hours. Not because God needs the clock but because you need the countdown to gather yourself into readiness. Here's how you will use these fee hours. In the first hour find a quiet corner, even if quiet must be borrowed from the noise, and write 3 lines on paper. Line 1 is what you are releasing today, and be honest because honesty is the language of unlocked doors. Line 2 is what you are ready to receive, and be specific because vagueness creates fog and you are building a runway, not a mystery. Line 3 is how you will serve with what you receive because blessings are rivers, not lakes, and the water that moves stays alive. When you finish, fold the paper toward you as if you are calling the harvest home and keep it near your heartbeat. In the second hour, put order in one small place that has been shouting at you for attention. Maybe it is a table that collects yesterday's mail, or a drawer where forgotten things hold their breath, or a folder of half-finished steps. Choose one small place and bring it into peace. Why? Because order is an invitation to favor, and when you prepare a room, the guest you are expecting knows where to sit. While you bring that order, speak these words quietly and steadily like a drum. I am ready for good news and I will recognize it when it arrives. In the third hour, give thanks in advance. Take a glass of water and bless it with gratitude. Drink slowly and let your body hear the words your mouth is saying. Thank you for news that lifts, thank you for timing that aligns. Thank you for strength that stays. Gratitude is not a polite formality but a key, and today that key will fit perfectly. Now hear what will begin to happen as you lean into this moment. A delay that kept repeating as if it had learned your schedule will hiccup and stop. A conversation that never reached your ears because it died in someone else's throat will find its courage and it will arrive. A name you have not spoken out loud will cross your path in a harmless way, and you will know that the room where your future was being discussed has just opened a window. Do not call this coincidence. Gallid choreography. The steps were written before you woke up today. You are worried that your past disqualifies you and that good news has a better egress than yours. Listen to me. Mercy has a habit of forwarding what was lost and redirecting what was misdelivered. Your address has been updated in the holes that matter. When the courier of goodness arrives, they will not wander the street reading every doorbell, they will walk straight to you. I can feel you asking what shape this news will take. Will it be money or a message or a mended heart? Heaven loves surprise but hates confusion, and so I will tell you the signature even if I do not name the package. It will look like relief first and then like clarity and then like calm. Relief like you're after a locked room. Clarity like a window that finally learned how to open. Calm like the sea when the wind was asked to sit down. That is how you will know you are touching what was promised. While you wait, listen for these 3 small sounds because they will be like gentle knocks in the hallway. The first is a sentence that ends with yes where you are used to hearing maybe. The second is a simple question that gives you back a choice someone took away from you. The third is laughter that arrives before the joke because your spirit will remember how to smile without permission. When you hear any of these, do not minimize them. Hold them in both hands. Small keys open big gates. I have one instruction for your heart. Release the need to rehearse disappointment. Do not draft a speech for what will go wrong and then ask heaven to edit it. Do not study the map of the valley when you are finally being invited up the hill. Choose a new script for your inner voice and let it be short and steady. Say this now and again when the clock reaches the last 10 minutes. Good news finds me easily and I am not hard to bless. If tears come in these hours, let them come because water cleans stone and you have carried a stone long enough. But let them be tears of washing, not of worry. You are not in trouble. You are being located. You are not behind. You are right on time for what is about to call your name from the doorway. When the moment arrives, you will feel a small lift in the room as if someone opened a window you did not see. Your shoulders will lower without you asking them to, and your breath will remember its rhythm. Respond gently and immediately. If it is a call, answer with clarity. If it is a message, answer with gratitude. If it is a door, step through it with posture. If it is an idea, write the first 3 steps and take the first one before you sleep. Sow a tiny seed into the future the same day you receive the news and watch how harvest loves momentum. There is one more thing I must place in your hands because it has been weighing on you even as you hope for better. Forgive the shadow that whispered you were unworthy of bright mornings. Forgive the face that could not celebrate you when you needed it most. Forgive yourself for believing the smallest story anyone ever told about you. Forgiveness is not a favor to the past but a freeway for the future, and you will need the lanes clear when the good news arrives with a convoy. My beloved child, you have not missed your turn. You have not been erased. You have not been overlooked by the one whose eye confines a single sparrow in a crowded sky. You are seen and scheduled, and today I am the sound of the schedule reaching your room. Stand up inside even if you are sitting down outside. Roll your shoulders back and breathe deeper once more. Say these words and say them like you mean them because they will open the last latch. I welcome good news and I will treat it well. I will not sabotage what I have prayed for. I will not apologize for joy. I will carry blessing with integrity and share it with wisdom. Now place your hand over your heart for a moment and let my final prayer for you settle like warm light. May the next knock honor your patience. May the next message correct a misunderstanding in your favor. May the next opportunity arrive dressed in clarity so that even your doubts nod yes. May the next 3 hours hold a surprise that proves to you that heaven kept your file on the top of the stack, and when it happens, do not disappear back into the old silence. Send a thank you upward and a kindness outward, and keep your spirit open for the sequel, because goodness rarely travels alone. Stay with this posture until the hour turns, and when it does, meet it with a smile like a person who hears footsteps they recognize in the hallway. What is meant for you will not need force. It will need agreement. Offer it freely. Receive it humbly, walk with it boldly, and remember when the story is told later that you did not stumble into it by accident. You answered the door. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. My beloved child, since you chose to stay, let me take you deeper into the corridor I was shown, because the good news approaching you is not a single knock but a procession, and your preparation now decides how much of it you can carry when the doors swing wide and the lanterns blaze with your name on them. I saw a hallway of 7 lamps, and each lamp marked a stage of your rising, and I was told to guide you lamp by lamp so your feet will not stumble when the light grows suddenly bright. Lamp 1 is alignment. Place your 2 hands together and whisper the simplest truth you know about yourself, and let it be tender, not dramatic, because tenderness opens locks that strength alone cannot. Say it softly now. I am still here, and I still want the life I was born for. When you speak this, something tired inside you will sit down, and something brave will stand up in its place in the room you are in, will remember that you are not finished. Lamp 2 is permission. Give yourself permission to be chosen without arguing with it. You have learned to be humble by stepping back so often that you forgot how to step forward when your name is called, but today I place a hand between your shoulder blades and I say move, because your turn is not an accident and your seat is not a courtesy. It is a rightful place prepared long before your doubts learn to speak in full sentences. Lamp 3 is focus. Pick a single goal that matters now and bring it to the front row of your attention, and do not let background noise audition for the lead role in your mind. Write 3 action steps for the next 3 days and put them on real paper where your eyes can greet them in the morning. Keep the steps small enough to start and true enough to matter. When you do this, distraction will lose its grip, because clarity is a stronger hand. Lamp 4 is receiving. Many people know how to work, few know how to receive. When the message arrives, say thank you first, not because you are desperate but because you are dignified. Receive with the confidence of a person who waited well, who aligned their house, who set their table, who can host good things without apologizing for the size of the miracle seated next to them. Lamp 5 is stewardship. Blessings are loud when they arrive and quiet when they need care. Promise now to keep tending what you receive even when excitement cools. Promise to answer emails you prayed for with the same energy you used to pray them in. Promise to maintain what you were given so future doors recognize you as a faithful keeper, not a casual visitor. Lamp 6 is generosity. Choose one way, even a tiny way, to let your blessing move through you to another life. The moment you do, the river widens and the drought that fear warned you about never arrives. Give kindness as you're a connection. Open a door you can open. The flow you create around you becomes the climate that sustains you. Lamp 7 is joy. Set aside one ritual that marks your turning point. Maybe you pour tea and play a song that reminds you of mornings that saved you. Maybe you light a small candle and say the name of gratitude out loud. Joy is not decoration. It is fuel, and you will need fuel for the distance you are about to travel. Now listen to the timetable I heard. In the first part of the hour, you may sense a lift, like the air just remembered who you are. In the middle stretch, a familiar number or phrase will reappear but glow in a new way. As the hour leans into the final minutes, a soft urgency will arrive, not panic, never panic, but a royal urgency that says, prepare to answer with yes. When it comes, do not rush, but do not stall. Say yes with calm eyes, write the next step. Take it within 24 hours. Momentum is the quiet twin of miracles. You worry about repeating old patterns and falling into familiar holes that know your name. Hear me. What is arriving is not a replay. It is a revision. The script has been touched by a higher hand, and the scene that once ended in disappointment has been rewritten to end at dawn. Your memory may try to narrate the old ending. Thank it for its caution, then invite it to watch how this chapter closes differently. You are not naive for trusting again. You are wise for trusting with boundaries and with better light in the room. Let me place a blessing around your relationships, because the good news ache often hides here. Where there was distance born of misunderstanding, let clarity walk the path with gentle feet. Where there was silence that felt like punishment, let conversation return like music. Where there was a mirror that lied to you about your worth, let it be replaced with a window that shows how much sky still belongs to your future. You will not beg for the love that fits you. It will recognize you by the way your spirit stands when truth enters the room. I was shown 3 emblems being handed to you. The first was a small key with a word axis engraved upon it, and it opened places you used to stand outside of. The second was a seal envelope labeled timing, and when you held it, accidents became alignments and delays turned into instructions. The third was a feather, soft but unbreakable, called peace, and when you tucked it over your heart, storms remembered your address belongs to calm. These emblems are not props, they are permissions. Carry them like quiet power. Now breathe slowly. Inhale for 4. Hold for 4, release for 6. Again. This is how you teach your body that safety is here, that readiness is here, that the future does not have to shout to be believed. While you breathe, I am walking the hallway ahead of you, straightening frames, smoothing the carpet, adjusting the light so that when you arrive you feel at home. My beloved child, put your name on your own lips with respect. Say it softly and let your spirit answer. You are not late. The train you need is pulling into your station. You are not empty, the well you thought was dry is about to rise from the depths. You are not invisible. The room you seek has already saved you a chair by the window. Stand like the sunrise stands, quiet but undeniable, and let life change its colors because you showed up. Before we close, take these declarations and speak them like vows written on your morning. I welcome news that arrives kindly and clearly. I will not downplay what is mine to carry. I will answer opportunity with discipline and delight. I will be faithful in small things, fearless in right things, and flexible in new things. I am ready for doors that open without struggle and for rooms that fit my shoulders. I am ready to become the calm person my future has been praying to meet. And now I place my hand upon your head and bless your next steps. May the message you need be unmistakable. May the face you need to see arrive joyful. May the resource you need find you without detour. May what chooses you today stay to build with you tomorrow. Walk forward with gentleness and authority. Smile at the threshold, say yes when you recognize the voice you have been waiting for. You are not on trial. You are on schedule, and this schedule is generous. When the 3 hours complete their circle, take one photo of your new beginning, even if it is the clean desk, the sent email, the first paragraph, the purchased notebook, and keep it as proof that you did not only receive, you responded. This is how stories turn into legacies and moments turn into momentum. And if the news arrives earlier, greet it earlier. Blessings do not need to wait in the hallway when the door is already open. I am here and heaven is not confused about your name. Go softly and go surely. Your life is not a rumor. It is a testimony unfolding in real time, and today it reads brighter than yesterday. Carry this light with care and with courage. What is meant for you is already moving toward you, and what is not meant for you is gently stepping aside. All is well and becoming better. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. My beloved child, lean closer because there is still more light to pour into you. And I do not want a single drop to miss your hands. I want your spirit to feel like morning after a long night. I want your mind to hum with a quiet certainty that does not argue with itself, and I want your heart to know that what is approaching you has already recognized your face the way a key recognizes its lock. I walk further down the corridor and I saw a room labeled Preparation Completed and another door beside it labeled Celebration Begins, and I asked which one is for you, and the answer came like a smile, both because you are standing in the threshold where finishing and starting shake hands, where yesterday's faith signs today's delivery slip, and where your yes becomes the pen that writes the next page of your life without scratching or hesitation. So here is more counsel, packed like a travel bag that fits neatly under your seat yet holds everything you need for the journey. First, the practice of sacred clarity. Write a single paragraph that begins with "From this day forward I decide," and finish the sentence with specifics you can see and touch and measure, because heaven loves to partner with details the way a river loves banks. And when you speak this paragraph out loud once in the morning and once in the evening, watch how scattered pieces of your story hurry to meet the outline you have drawn for them. Second, the practice of courageous receiving. When affirmation arrives from an unexpected voice, do not deflect it with jokes. Do not shrink it with "it's nothing," simply say "Thank you, I receive this," because gratitude is a chair that invites blessings to sit and stay, and you are not training good things to pass through you like tourists, you are inviting them to become residents. Third, the practice of gentle boundaries. You are allowed to take your time replying to what drains you and to respond quickly to what builds you. Set your alerts accordingly, let your phone mirror your purpose, mute what muddies your water, and pin what makes you wise, because small settings shape large seasons and the atmosphere of your day is a garden you get to tend. Fourth, the practice of joy on purpose. Establish a simple ritual that cannot be taken from you. 5 breaths at sunrise with your hand over your heart, a quick note of 3 gratitudes before stepping into any meeting, a tiny dance in the kitchen when you pour your tea. Joy is not indulgence, joy is fuel, and fueled hearts travel farther with less noise. And now let me show you the 3 confirmations that will whisper it has started before the announcement becomes public. The first confirmation will come as convenience, a path that usually resists will make room, a queue will move faster than logic, a person will answer on the first ring, and you will feel the air smooth out around your step. The second confirmation will come as connection, a name you have been circling will connect to you without your pushing. A thread will tie itself, an introduction will feel like reunion, and your chest will soften because something in you knows this was always meant to be. The third confirmation will come as completeness, a task long delayed will finally conclude with dignity, a small circle will close, a receipt will arrive, an email chain will end in the simple word done, and your body will exhale a breath it forgot it was holding. When you notice any of these, place your right hand over your heart and say quietly, I recognize you, because recognition is how you draw the next good thing closer. You asked how to speak when the message arrives, so here is the script I was instructed to put in your mouth. Elegant and ready, like a well-tailored coat. Thank you for this opportunity. Here is my clear yes. My next step is stated. You can expect time on. I look forward to serving with excellence. Keep this language near you, written in the Notes app and on the first page of your notebook, because excellence loves preparation, and when your moment appears you will not scramble, you will simply step. And if the good news comes wrapped as reconciliation, say this, thank you for reaching out. I welcome a fresh beginning. My intention is clarity, kindness, and continuity. Here are 2 times I'm available. Let's build forward with grace. This is how healed people talk, and you are healing even as you read these words. I was shown your future like a city from above. The roads had fewer dead ends than your memory suggests and more roundabouts than your worry prefers, but the design was wise. What is meant for you has many ways to reach you, and what is not meant for you finds gentle exits before it reaches the heart. Trust the architecture. Trust that delays were detours, not denials. Trust that you did not lose time. You learned timing. Trust that the same hand that held you in the waiting will guide you in the winning, because sustaining joy requires as much grace as surviving drought, and you will have both. There is also a gift. Being placed in your listening, you will begin to discern the difference between noise and news. Noise is loud and hungry and demands a reaction. News is calm and nourishing and invites a response. You are moving into a life where you do not feed noise and you do not delay news. You simply smile, nod, and move accordingly. My beloved child, I was instructed to remind you of your name in the Spirit. Responder the one who does not miss the moment because they were rehearsed in peace. Let this identity sit softly on your shoulders. You are not an emergency. You are an emergence. You are not a scramble. You are a schedule kept. You are not a question mark. You are a sentence finally finishing with a period of certainty. Now, a short blessing for your work. May your hands find flow. May your ideas gather companions. May your efforts be seen by the eyes that matter. May you be paid in fair measure and kind word. May doors open that honor your dignity, and may you never again call your brilliance too much when it is precisely the right amount for the room you are entering. A blessing for your home. May the atmosphere be tuned to peace. May laughter find you without being chased. May rest be real and not just collapse. May conversations be truthful and tender. May the front door greet you like a friend and the windows borrow the light of generous mornings. A blessing for your relationships. May honesty arrive without sharpness. May kindness arrive without delay. May boundaries be understood as love. May loyalty grow quietly like ivy around a trusted wall, and may those who carry your heart do so with clean hands. I leave you with 7 micro-covenants to seal this turning point, small vows you can keep that will keep you in return. I will honor my mornings with one true sentence before I touch my phone. I will give my best energy to what matters most, not what shouts the loudest. I will answer open doors with preparation, not panic. I will celebrate progress without comparing process. I will correct mistakes quickly and gently. I will treat rest as strategy, not as guilt. I will let gratitude be the last word before I sleep. Keep these near. Read them out loud for 7 days and notice how the ground beneath your feet feels less like gravel and more like a path. Finally, remember this picture, a sealed envelope resting on your table with your name in a handwriting you recognize but cannot place, and inside it a simple card that reads, "Right on time." That is your life now. That is the rhythm unfolding. That is the message traveling ahead of you into rooms you have not yet entered, adjusting the chairs, arranging the documents, softening the faces, so that when you arrive, the welcome is easy. You are held. You are seen. You are scheduled for goodness and you are learning the etiquette of miracles. Gratitude first. Clarity next. Consistency always. Joy throughout. Walk on, head tight, shoulders light, steps your voice steady. What is meant for you is already practicing your name so it is pronounced with honor when it meets you at the door. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. My beloved child, stay with me because the current of favor is still speaking your name and the river has not finished telling its story. There is a second shore ahead and I want you to land with dry feet and bright eyes. So take my hand in your heart and let me guide you through the next layer where blessing becomes rhythm, where hope becomes schedule, and where your ordinary day begins to glow like a page lit from behind. You have prepared. You have breathed. You have made space. Now let us lace this moment with mastery so that what arrives does not slip through your fingers like water but rests in your hands like a seed already sprouting. Hear this and hold it close. Good news is not just an event. It is a way you walk, a posture you carry, a conversation you keep with yourself when no one else is in the room. So today we will shape that conversation until your inner voice stops whispering old endings and starts narrating new beginnings that fit your future like tailored light. Start with the practice of golden minutes because the next 3 hours are scaffolding for the next 3 months and how you move through them teaches life how to treat you. In the first golden minute, before you answer anyone, answer yourself with one steady sentence that becomes your password to the day. Say, I welcome ease. I honor clarity. I move with grace. In the second golden minute, open the nearest window or the nearest thought that feels like a window and let fresh air touch your face. This is how you tell your body the storm has passed. In the third golden minute, send one message of kindness without expecting anything back. This simple generosity will widen the road in front of you, and watch how opportunity prefers white roads. Then begin the rule of 3 moves and let it be simple and sacred. 1 move that builds your foundation, 1 move that opens a door. 1 move that nourishes your joy. If you do only these 3, even on a small day, your life will lean forward. When the message or moment arrives, do not audition your worthiness, present your readiness. Breathe once, answer calmly, confirm the next step, and document what was promised so tomorrow has a map. I'll receive this next picture because it is a compass. I saw you standing before 3 arches labeled belonging, becoming, and building, and you asked which to choose first, and the answer came like warm rain. Walk through all 3 in this order and do not rush. Under belonging, you accept that goodness sits with you without making you explain your seat. You stop shrinking when the light finds you. You write your name on the day like someone who plans to stay. Under becoming, you allow your life to grow a size, and you do not apologize when the old jacket of smallness no longer closes. You practice speaking with clear verbs. You move from I hope to into I am doing, and you treat consistency like a quiet crown. Under building, you turn blessings into blueprints. You draft small systems that protect big dreams. You create deadlines that are kind and firm. You keep receipts of effort and evidence of grace, and you let your future find you working. If at any point you feel the old gravity, whisper this counterweight. I will not sabotage a door by doubting the key that opened it. I will not argue with favor when it speaks my language. I will not dim my lamp to make shadows comfortable. There are also 4 gentle guards I am placing at your threshold, so that what is meant for you can enter easily and what is not meant for you loses interest. Guard 1 is simplicity. Keep the next step plain enough to start today. Guard 2 is honesty. Let your yes be yes and your no be clean. Truth magnetizes right partners. Guard 3 is pace. Move steadily, not frantically. Excellence arrives on breath, not on panic. Guard 4 is celebration. Mark progress while it's small, so your heart does not forget how to dance when the room is still, and because your spirit loves rituals that anchor seasons. Create a tiny arrival table in your life, a shelf, a notebook page, a folder in your phone titled Good News. Receive it every time something kind lands at it, there with a date and 2 lines about what it unlocked. This log will be your lighthouse on foggy days and your testimony on bright ones. Listen, beloved, to how peace will identify the right door when many doors are knocking at once. The right door will not require you to betray your values for velocity. The right door will not ask you to abandon rest to keep its interest. The right door will make you more yourself, not less, and your closest people will say you look lighter, not you look lost. When doubt visits, and it will, treat it as weather, not as law. Acknowledge it. Thank it for trying to protect you. Then consult your evidence, your preparation, your alignment, your small consistent steps, and proceed with the dignity of a person who knows storms can be observed without being obeyed. And if a delay arises, do not rename it denial. Use it like a stretching band for patience and skill. Refine a paragraph. Review a plan. Repair a boundary. Rehearse your clear yes, because readiness is never wasted. Now I leave a blessing of doors over your path. May the door you need open at a pace that honors your nervous system. May the door that is not yours close without trauma and with clarity. May the door that surprised you yesterday become the hallway you confidently walk today. May your feet remember they are allowed to enjoy the floor that once felt too high. May your hands remain open even as they hold, because open hands receive again. And here is a blessing of names. May you be called by names that fit your future, faithful, focused, fruitful, kind. May you forget the names you outgrew too much, too late, not enough. May you answer to the truth even when history knocks with old mail. You are not a repetition of loss. You are a rehearsal of victory becoming the main performance. Before you go, seal this with the 5-point promise to yourself, and speak it like a contract signed in calm ink. I promise to keep my mornings honest. I promise to say yes only where I can give excellence. I promise to end every day with one sentence of gratitude and one sentence of direction. I promise to be kind to my past and loyal to my future. I promise to let joy be visible. Now lift your chin a breath higher and feel how the air greets you differently when you were certainty without noise. You are walking into rooms that were praying for your arrival, and you will notice the chairs are already arranged, the emails are already kinder, the timing is already gentler, because heaven adjusted the climate while you were learning how to breathe. The next 3 hours are not a threat. They are a promise with a clock, and the clock is your friend. Be where your feet are. Answer when goodness calls. Write what you will do next and do the first inch of it now. You are not about to be lucky. You are about to be aligned, and aligned lives collect miracles like travelers who finally know which platform their train uses every single day. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. My beloved child, lean in because the page is still turning and I do not want a single sentence to fold without your eyes upon it. I want you to feel the hum of grace underneath your ribs and the surety that the good news drawing near has memorized your doorway and your name like a favorite psalm that knows exactly where to swell and where to soften. You have already shifted the air by staying here, by breathing slower, by choosing readiness over worry, and I was shown that this choice has begun to magnetize solutions that once walked past you because they did not see a hand raised to receive them. Today they see you. Today they are crossing the room. Today they are taking a seat where doubt used to sit. Let us craft your inner atmosphere for the next stretch so that what arrives does not startle you into silence, but steadies you into action. Begin with the rule of clear rooms. Choose one room inside you and one room outside you that will host your blessing. Inside, it is your mind. Speak to it with kindness and authority. Say, we are making space for clarity and joy. Outside, it is your desk or your table, wipe it clean. Place only what points forward. A pen. A list. A glass of water blessed with gratitude. When your environment echoes your intention, opportunities feel welcome and they stay longer. Now receive the sequence of soft yes because not all openings are loud. The first soft yes will look like ease where you once felt friction. The second will look like a name you needed appearing without your chasing. The third will look like a small completion that frees a larger courage. When any soft yes appears, answer it quickly and gently. Do not over-explain. Do not negotiate yourself into smaller. A simple thank you followed by a clear next step is the language of people who are ready to be trusted. Let me place a blessing over your voice because it carries more keys than you know. May your words be precise without becoming sharp. May your tone be calm without becoming quiet in the places you must speak. May your yes be strong and your no be clean. May you never again dilute your truth to fit into rooms that were built on cowardice. The rooms that are yours are oxygenated. They reward honesty. They invite excellence. They honor pace. I saw you with 3 tools on the table and I was told to name them so you will not mistake them for something ordinary. The first is the calendar of courage. You will schedule your next brave action within 24 hours of receiving the good news, but it on a day and at a time. Courage loves a time stamp. The second is the ledger of gratitude. Write 1 line when a kindness lands. Record it like income to your soul. Your spirit becomes wealthy by remembering. The third is the compass of integrity. Any choice that points you toward wholeness is north. If an option requires you to fracture your peace, it is south. Choose north, even if north is slower. Slower is often stronger. You have asked how to hold your heart when people who did not understand your waiting now arrive to watch your winning. Hold it with gentleness. Let humility and dignity be twin guards. You do not owe explanations to those who mocked your seed. You owe faithfulness to the harvest you prayed for. Bless them. Be kind. Keep building. Favor is not fragile, but your focus is precious. Spend it wisely. There is a short liturgy for moments of sudden joy and I was told to place it in your mouth so you do not fumble when the door opens. Speak it softly and with a smile. Thank you for this gift. I accept it with honor. I will stir it with excellence. My next 2 steps are written and ready. A simple sequence turns emotion into motion. It keeps the heart tender and the hands effective. Now, to your body, which has carried more than you admitted, offer it a Sabbath minute. Close your eyes and clench your jaw. Lower your shoulders. Tell your nervous system the truth. We are safe. We are seen, we are scheduled for good. When your body believes the truth your spirit is declaring, your decisions become elegant and your timing becomes accurate. Let me speak to the places that still ache. To the memory of the closed door. I bless you with reinterpretation. It was not punishment. It was postponement until alignment. To the echo of the note that stunned your pride, I bless you with clean distance. It was a protective reroute, not an insult to your identity. To the fatigue that lingers like fog at ankle height, I bless you with sunrise. The light that is coming is not harsh. It is kind. It warms the room slowly so your eyes can adjust and your courage can stretch without tearing. I saw a map with 5 stones set along your path like subtle milestones, and I will name them so you recognize the ground you are walking. Stone 1 is permission. You stop asking smallness for approval. Stone 2 is posture. Your spine remembers hope. Your voice remembers clarity. Stone 3 is pattern. You keep your simple rituals even on loud days. Stone 4 is partnership. The right hands join yours and the work feels lighter and larger at once. Stone 5 is peace. You can feel success and still sleep. You can carry responsibility and still laugh like it is easy. These stones are not trophy. They are reminders. Touch them with your thoughts when the road curves. I also place a canopy over your finances and your opportunities. May provision follow purpose. May income follow integrity. May favor follow faithfulness. May you be hired for what your heart and hands do best. May you be paid in fair numbers and kind words. May you never sell tomorrow's calm to buy today's applause. The applause that matters will still be clapping when the lights are off and the work is done. For relationships, receive this triad. Clarity at the beginning. Kindness in the middle, consistency at the end. If any connection asks you to trade clarity, kindness, or consistency, that connection is not built for your future weight. Bless it and release it. Make room for those who can hold the edges of your calling without cracking. Finally, I was shown your name written on a ribbon tied to a bell above a door. Each time your heart chooses trust over panic, the ribbon is tugged and the bell rings softly, and a helper you do not see receives instruction to make the next step smooth. Choose trust. Ring the bell. Watch how corridors that used to confuse you begin to feel like hallways in your own home. How faces that used to intimidate you become collaborators. How tasks that used to exhaust you become flows you navigate with steady grace. My beloved child, stand now and feel the floor bless your feet. Feel the room agree with your rising. Feel the hour lean in your favor. You have prepared beautifully. You are receiving wisely. You will steward faithfully. You will celebrate gently. You will build steadily. And as you do, your life will teach others the etiquette of miracles without you needing to preach a single sermon. You will simply live it. You will simply glow. You will simply say yes when goodness calls your name from the doorway, and you will walk through calm and certain like a person returning to a place that has always been theirs. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks with contributions of up to $1.20. My beloved child, the river of favor is still widening around your ankles, and I have more to place in your hands so that you do not just witness this turning but inhabit it, so that the good news approaching you in these next hours does not merely pass by like a parade but chooses your doorstep like a home. Picture this clearly. You are standing at a threshold and the doorframe remembers your height. The hinges have been oiled by prayers you forgot you prayed. The handle warms as you reach for it because your timing is true. I am here to steady your wrist and guide your breath so that your yes is clean and your first step is light and sure and beautifully you. Let us set the inner compass again so it keeps pointing to these and excellence. Speak this quietly right now and mean every syllable. I receive what is mine with honor. I answer with clarity and calm. I move at a pace that keeps peace attached. When your own ears hear your own voice agreeing with your future, the floor under you stops feeling like maybe and starts feeling like meant. Keep a small slip of paper near you and write 3 names that feel like tomorrow. Reach out to one with kindness. Prepare one offering you can send within a day and release one past story that keeps trying to audition for a role it no longer fits. This is how you teach life that you are ready for continuity, not just a single spark. I saw a table being set for you with 3 simple courses labeled invitation, implementation, and increase, and I was told to show you how to eat without rushing. When invitation comes, taste it with gratitude first and let your body feel the safety of yes. When implementation arrives, choose slowly on real steps: reply, confirm, calendar, begin, and keep your posture soft so your nervous system understands that progress is not a threat. When increase sits down beside you, share a bite with someone who needs hope, because generosity prevents blessings from becoming heavy. It keeps them light enough to carry far. There is a quiet ritual that will anchor you when emotions swell. It is called Answer Record Anchor. Answer what arrives with a simple yes that names the next step. Record the promise and the plan in one place so details do not escape. Anchor the moment with a tiny action within 24 hours, a call, a draft, a purchase, a calendar block. Moment of ears these small footsteps and sends an Esra. And when a wave of old fear tries to rise, do not argue with it. Breathe around it and repeat. I am not in danger. I am in delivery, then take 1 inch forward. Inches turn hallways into arrivals. I bless your creativity now because it is a key that keeps finding new doors. May your ideas travel with companions, discipline, clarity, and timing. May your language be precise enough to be trusted and warm enough to be welcome. May you build like someone who knows joy is part of the blueprint. If you are creating work today, give it a title before you polish it. Titles pull projects toward completion the way a name pulls a friend from across the room. I also bless your rest because people who receive well sleep well. May your pillow learn your peace. May your breath lengthen without being asked. May your mind set down the toolbox at night and find it waiting in the morning exactly where you left it. Rest is not retreat. Rest is rehearsal for sustained goodness, and you will need stamina for the kindness that is parking in front of your house with the engine running. Now take this picture into your day like a small lantern. I watched you walk into a room that once intimidated you and saw how the air changed when you entered, how conversations softened, how solutions volunteered, how uncertainty sat down and listened. You did not force this shift. You carried it because you finally believed you were invited. Keep believing. The room keeps becoming better because you are there. For relationships, here is the framework that protects joy. Begin with clarity. Continue with kindness. Complete with consistency. Clarity prevents guessing. Kindness prevents bruising. Consistency prevents confusion. If a connection cannot honor these 3, love it from a distance and bless its path away from your center. Your future requires clean borders so your heart can stay generous without becoming thin. You wanted a sign you could recognize quickly, so heaven gave me 3 gentle chimes to name for you. First, a sentence you needed will arrive without you asking the question. Second, a small refund of time, of money, of energy will show up like an apology from the week. Third, a familiar place will feel newly spacious as if a wall moved back just for you. When any chime rings, smile and whisper, I see you, because recognition multiplies what it blesses. If you feel tears today, let them be proof that the ice is melting, not that anything is breaking. Let them wash. Let them lift. Let them leave your eyes clearer than before. Then rinse your face with cool water and say the name of your next step out loud. Your voice is a shepherd and your feet are ready to follow. Finally, gather these vows like soft armor and wear them under your day. I will not apologize for being prepared. I will not confuse urgency with panic. I will not shrink my yes to make someone else comfortable. I will count my blessings like deposits and my actions like interest that compounds. I will remain teachable and unshakable at the same time. I will enjoy the view while I climb. My beloved child, lift your chin and notice how the horizon has moved closer. The hour is leaning in your favor. Doors are practicing your name. Help is rehearsing your route. You have permission to receive, to respond, to rejoice, and to repeat. Walk softly, answer quickly, steward faithfully, and smile like someone who recognizes the handwriting on the envelope. The message is for you. The timing is for you. The calm is for you, and the goodness that finds you will not forget your egress again. If you wish to express your support further,